off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw on second down is Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I will see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And it's caught. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jason Kabinda taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
Young looks to throw on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A man who joined the Panthers from the NFC champs, it's Miles Sanders. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid combination defensive back.
There he goes, right side. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, 14 yards. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now it's gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Goff on 3rd down. Man open, it's St. Brown. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pitch catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw is Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Goff. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Young now from the 50. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Down to about the 37.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. It's Young on 1st down. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will knot us up at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Khalif Raymond now. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Goff. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down now, but that clock rolling. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again is Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Lions.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And his throw here is incomplete. So, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Another run with Sanders. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 119 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Young on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
But we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st and 10, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Young. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Young. It's caught by Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32 and obviously well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now the Panthers and Miles Sanders headed out for another drive. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 126 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up the 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Second down, Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young on 3rd and 2. And once again, this is Sanders. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch run there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Raymond now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, Had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Play action. It's Goff. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And Young's throw there incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Young. That is caught by Thielen. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground with Sanders. A beautiful fake. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
From the red zone now, Young. He'll find Thielen working the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 14-yard line.
To throw, Young. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And this offense on third down today, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Young off the bootleg. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing again is Goff.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. To throw on 2nd down is Goff. Caught by Montgomery. And he's able to get get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Throwing on third. Goff. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go. This is fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now it's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
2nd down, goal to go.
Goff. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Lions will take over.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down 23-17. Under a minute 20 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Goff.
St. Brown on the catch.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Goff. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Goff now to throw.
Able to find Jones, and he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock. But, boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.